How much would you have to cry to fill up the ocean? According to the National Geophysical Data Center, the oceans contain approximately 1.33 billion cubic kilometers of water. A human sheds from 1 to 3 milliliters of tears per minute when they cry. And for the sake of this experiment, let's consider a bad cry, those that you give when you get extremely emotional. Maybe because you realize that Mars is 100% populated by robots that will never meet each other, or maybe because you learn that pandas often give birth to twins, but they usually only take care of one cub and abandon the other one to die. How dare you? Well, if you start right now and keep crying for the next 24 hours, you will have produced approximately 4.3 liters of tears a day. That's quite a lot. In July 2023, a Nigerian man named Tembu Ebre attempted to break the Guinness World Record for the longest time crying. He ended up going blind after 2 hours and a half into the challenge. Fortunately, however, his blindness lasted for only 45 minutes. But this goes to show that such an attempt to fill up the ocean in tears is just a mental experiment. You should never try this at home. Or at the beach, you know what I mean. If we divide the total volume of the ocean by the 4.3 liters of tears that a person can produce in 24 hours, one could accomplish the feat of filling up the ocean in 850 quadrillion years. The believed to be age of the planet Earth is of only 4.54 billion years, so even if you had been crying since the beginning of the planet, you would have filled only 0.0000005% of the ocean. Yeah, we need to be more creative than this. What if you didn't have to cry it all alone? What if you had help? In this case, what if you had all the help you could get? Well, assuming we are 7.9 billion melancholic celestial beings that have been around since the beginning of times, crying our eyes out over the meaningless purpose of our own existence, it would take us 107.6 million years to fill up the ocean. By this time, the whales of the Cretaceous period would be tasting the saline subproduct of our collective sadness. Or would they? The salt concentration in human tears is of approximately 0.9 grams per liter, much lower compared to the salt concentration in seawater, which is of 35 grams per liter. Okay, but why does this matter? You see, sea animals have a high osmotic pressure, which is basically defined as the pressure exerted by the solvent molecules when they move from an area of lower solute concentration to an area of higher solute concentration. This high osmotic pressure prevents these animals from endlessly losing body water to the high salt concentration environment that they live in. If we were to put the aforementioned whale in an ocean made up of our tears, its high osmotic pressure compared to the now less concentrated environment would cause the whale to keep absorbing water, leading its cells to swell until they eventually. Well, tragic consequences aside, it would be nice to see what other types of fish would be able to develop and thrive in the sadness rich environment we would have created for them.